Oh dear. Off we go. See how we go here. This is Axe Track seasonal closure. Queen's birthday to the Thursday before Cup weekend. Now, this track goes down. I don't know why I'm driving so slow. I think it's because it's a bit overgrown. It's thrown me a little bit. This track goes down to the river. Now, I've just come out of Ferguson. That's where I camped last night. And we've come up a lot. In my head we have. Me. We've come up a lot. So I'm expecting this to be steep. I don't know. I mean, it does say steep on the map, but after doing Ferguson yesterday, which says steep on the map, it wasn't steep. So we'll see how we get on. I'm on my own. What's going on here? Oh, do you know what's going on? I'm like, why is it? I'm still driving really fast and I'm in 2 and I don't know why. It's because I'm not in low range. Let's do that. There we go. Too busy worrying about the fact that it's all overgrown, which means maybe people haven't used it a lot, which means it could be horrendous and I'll have to reverse all the way out. That's better. A bit more kind of engine braking is what I want. Yes, we'll see how we go. It's 4.3 k's down to the valley floor. So just off to the side is where I was yesterday. It was beautiful on my own. Yeah, so I was with my friend Zoe from the 4-wheel driving club. And we were on a track yesterday. She's like, don't come near me, I'm starting to feel really ill. And I was like, oh, okay. That's fine. And then we got to the bottom of a track and she said, oh, I'll just do a COVID test and, you know, can we have some lunch? And I was like, yeah. So we stopped, she did a COVID test, getting her lunch ready, and she was like, oh my gosh. And she was positive for COVID. So we finished that track, had a look around, see how she feels. Like, got social distancing obviously going on, we're in different cars, like very easy to not go within any distance of each other, and then she was like, oh, what if I get worse in the night and I have to come and get you out of your swag and say, like, I need medical attention. So she was freaking out a little bit. So she decided that the best thing to do would be go home. So she went home last night, yesterday afternoon, and we agreed that she was fine driving out from where we were and that I was fine staying on my own. What's going on there? Let's just do that. And so yeah, she's gone and I'm on my own. So based on the tracks I did yesterday and my research, I was kind of like, well, definitely do this one. I want to have a look. I like to know where the good spots are. I mean, I do it for the channel obviously, but I do it for myself so that I know if I just want a nice weekend away where I'm not doing tracks and what have you, and I'm just want to be by a river and I want an awesome little spot, I know where to go. So I do check them all out. Got the sun in my eyes. Anyway, so once I get home today, I shall do a COVID test. don't feel ill. But then I said to Zoe once she'd done the test and she'd come back positive, do you feel more ill now you know that you've got COVID? And we kind of reckon she felt more ill just because she knew. Anyway, I'm on my own, so I have to be careful. I've got the club sat phone, so if the shit really does hit the fan, I can at least, assuming I'm not dead, ring someone for help. And like I said, I have researched and nobody's come back and said don't do that track, it's really bad. It just says steep on rooftops. What I have found is that quite a few of the tracks around here have obviously been graded since the person who does rooftops came along the track and updated it. What's that there? Let's just go down to 2. This looks like it could. Oh, might just drop down to 1. Just go nice and slow. Obviously this, oh jeez, this is so slow. But this is when I start to go, mud, you know I hate mud. Oh, this is the bit marked steep on rooftops. I'm just going to go in the mud. I hate sliding. Look, it's not that steep. I'm just going really slow because of the clay. I don't like the, you know, I'm sure if you've watched my videos before, I don't like the sliding uncontrollably, unable to have any control of anything. That's not what I like. Some people probably live for that stuff, but not me. I'm going stupidly slow because I'm in 1. Don't want to touch my brakes at all on this stuff. We've had fine weather. The weather's been so when did we come out? Friday, and no rain, no nothing, but obviously clear skies in the evening. Let's just go to 2. Mean that there's been lots of dew overnight. Everything was wet this morning, so the tracks are going to be a little bit slippy this morning, which not a problem. I just I waited till like 10, dried my swag out just to give it a chance to dry out a little bit. This looks like, this bit looks rocky underneath. I wonder if there'll be anyone down here. So weirdly, I camped down Ferguson track, the bottom. There's a little camping area just like at the bottom of this one, and there was a car there, no people. Oh god, ruts. And they never came back. I don't know, unless when I looked they were there, but I just, like, I don't know, they were having a nap or something, but they never came back. They had a nice setup as well. Nice. Not that I was being that nosy. They'll be in the video actually. You can have a look. They had a nice setup. Okay, well this is alright so far. I would say that in the wet this would probably be interesting, especially that section further up. That was really just slimy clay. This has a bit more rock to it, definitely. I can go into now. A bit more rock to it, probably a bit more churned up than Ferguson track. I keep talking about Ferguson because there's basically two spurs going down towards the Jemison River. Ferguson is one and Axe is the other. And I would say Ferguson looks like it was graded more recently than this one. It's not a long way down. Oh, still got quite a bit left of the track. So yeah, you've got choices along the Jemison River. You can obviously straight out of Jemison you've got Granny's Flat, which we went to yesterday. I've never been before, and that's really beautiful. Then if you go on Gallows Track, there's a little camping area there. Again, could be potentially busy because it's so close to Granny's Flat. Then you head back out on the Jameson-Lacola Road, and it will bring you to Ferguson Saddle, where Ferguson Track comes off. And that drive-in is easy. I don't even think it would be a problem in the wet. Beautiful camping area down there. Access to the river is kind of like down muddy steps. They're very individual spots down there. And then you've got this one, Axe Track, and I don't know, we shall see what the camping area is like. Again, on the river. Let's change gear. And considering it is a bank holiday weekend, it is so quiet. And the weather's been awesome, so cannot complain. I can confirm that there are no fish in either Big River or, I don't know, is it Jemison River? I'm sure I just called it Jemison River. I don't even know what it's called. It's not on the map that I can see. I've tried, and I've also figured out that I'm a terrible left-handed fisher person. I'm alright doing low casts that way. When I want to cast that way, I'm terrible. And when the river's flowing that way and I want to cast upstream, not great. How steep is this? It's a 2. Let's add another pinstripe. These campsites are quite nice because they, like I picked up the sun this morning and I didn't lose the direct sun until, I don't know, maybe 4:30? Which quite often when you're down in these valleys camping, you know, it can be a glorious sunny day, which is actually quite hot, and then the sun dips behind the peak, the top of the mountain early, and then you're cold and it's dark, but not because we're facing north. Okay, am I in? Because you're facing north, it was actually quite nice and sunny down there, even quite late. I'm gonna say that there is nobody in here. I'm just gonna go real slow down here. This looks quite steep. too fast down here, especially that little bottom section. Best to be safe. Couple of ruts there as well. It's a good rocky base here. My fishing rod annoying me. Oh, because it's not tied down at the back. Oh, kick in gear, come on. Yes, when you get a bit like this, when we've had a clear sky night, this track will be really wet and it's not going to pick up the sun until later. They can always be a bit slimy. Anyway, because I've not got Zoe on the radio, you just have to listen to me warble on. There is a fish somewhere swimming around with a hook in its mouth, because on Big River, I came back to my fishing rod to find the hook had gone with the bait, obviously. So that was disappointing. Like the fishing rod had fallen over. I heard the bells. Shame. Don't like to leave fish with hooks in their mouths. It's not kind of the aim of fishing, is it? And I got in the river. I can confirm that Big River is cold, and I should zoom out and have a look at what river this is. No, it doesn't tell me. Yeah, the Jameson River. I can confirm that the Jameson River is also cold. I was very brave and got both of them, no wetsuit, just my swimmers. You only live once. Oh, hello, there are people here. Strange place to camp. Where they camped at? I wonder. That tells me that it's busy down here. Don't know. Maybe it's because of the walking track. That's the walking track. Don't know what it's called. Like if you go carry on that way, you can walk to a hut called Cinnabar Silver Mine Hut. It goes all the way from Jameson. You can walk all the way along. It doesn't go along the river though. It's kind of on the map up until this point, and then it winds around and then it drops down to the river for a little bit. But it's not like a nice river track for walking. There. Well, look, top bit of this track could be interesting in the wet. The rest of it seems to have a fairly good base to it. Let's see if it's worth driving down here though. It'd probably be shit. Be like, what was the point? But then I do it first, so you don't have to. I don't know, so if you're into your history, this might be a cool place to camp, because it's probably, I don't know, 2k walk to the hut, which would be a nice afternoon stroll there and back. Camped here. God, I'm on a bit of an angle that I don't like. nowhere near kind of whatever that point is where you're going to tip over, but goodness me, not appreciating that angle. Right, I think this is the bottom of the valley. And the camping area is, oh, we're going down a tiny bit more. Yeah. Okay, what have we got? Some random little black grassy area there. Oh, it's quite big. Let's go this way. Picnic table. Oh God, look at all that wood. Holy moly. Somebody's been nice. Oh, this is a nice spot. Oh. Wow. Look at that. I will get out once I've finished and take a video of that just to show you really what that's a ripper of a spot right there. If I'd come here for If I'd come here first yesterday, I would have camped there. Way better little view of the river. I mean, the spot I was in yesterday was awesome. Let's see what's down here. The spot I was in yesterday was awesome, but that's beautiful. Oh wow! There's a big hole there, I think. Oh, this is a bit muddy. Oof. Not a bad spot. Look at that. I think that's the end. Just don't want to reverse over any fires. Okay. What an awesome spot. It's worth coming down here.